There we go. Let me just zoom. There we go. It's perfect. Okay. Looks so cute. Gosh, I look cute today. Oh my god, I need to photograph the situation later. 2, 3. Hello friend, and welcome back to the most inconsistent channel on YouTube. It is me, Sim, here at the Sim of all trades. I'm so happy to be back with another video and to have you as my honored guest. Today we're starting a new series, guys. Can you believe it? We are doing it along with my White Tie Diaries. We are starting a new series because let me just tell you something. I have all of these creative juices at the moment, and also my social anxiety is at an all-time high, and so staying home has literally been the only thing I've done besides the dinner here and there. But I've really stayed at home and like really just not wanted to go out, and unfortunately South Africa's on a third wave now, so actually staying home is probably the best thing to do. But I've also felt like my surroundings are not that inspiring, they're not that creative. Yes, I have my kind of half-finished gallery wall over here behind me, and I do a lot of sewing projects and you know, just been creative, but I felt like I need to be even more creative. And yes, my sinusitis is on 100 today, so I will be speaking through my nose. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Anyways, so I've just been feeling like, oh, I need to do some things to be more creative. I need to do something to just change something. Like I just felt kind of stifled by the look of my life in terms of like decor and just my surroundings. It's a lot. Anyway, so I just decided that I really want to do something fresh and new with my bedroom especially, but also with my craft space. I don't know if that's gonna happen anytime soon, but for now I want to concentrate on my bedroom. So just so you guys know, one thing, I do have a double bed in my room. It is way too big for this room. This room is not that big, it's quite small actually. Really, I can walk across take 2 steps and then it's the end of my room. It's not that big, and the double bed is quite bulky, and I can't get rid of the double bed, but I do want to kind of restructure this entire space. Since I don't use it as my primary office anymore, I don't use it as a place to do my studies or my sewing and crafting work, I have now taken over the dining room. I'm really sorry. Sorry family. We don't use the dining room that much, so I've taken over the dining room as my craft business studying space, which means that my bedroom is free to just be a bedroom, but it is very chaotic. There's not that much of a relaxing lifestyle in here besides my bed, and that's about it. I don't hate it. I think it's very beautiful for what it was. I have a black wall, you can see a patch of it there, and some wallpaper over here. It's just very mismatched and very me, very kitsch. But now I'm wanting to move into a more kind of neutral, more peaceful, more like zen situation. I want to have a reading nook. Like I want my bedroom to just be my bedroom and not my office and my shooting space and my everything. So that's what this new series is about. It is called The Big Bedroom Refresh. I'm so excited. The big beautiful bedroom refresh, and I thought we'd start with a couple of DIYs that I'm going to put into the space. Now some of these, well actually all of these, will go into this room eventually. It's just small little pieces, but I thought it would be fun to show you some DIYs that you can do to upgrade your space or to upgrade some of the stuff that you have. I'm really excited about this series. I think it's going to be great. I cannot wait to show you how this room is going to turn out in the end. Obviously we'll be doing project by project. I'm really excited about that, but I thought that we'd start today by doing just a couple of little DIYs to either one, upgrade your space, or two, just upgrade a few things you might already have at home to make them either more your style, or currently what is my style, a little bit of boho neutral vibes. So why don't you grab a cup of tea, coffee, whatever you want to drink, or grab some of these supplies and join me in this little DIY adventure. First things first, before I forget, don't forget to subscribe. I would really appreciate that. Thank you so much to everybody who's been commenting on the videos and watching them and just sending me messages. I felt really encouraged to continue on this journey, as hard as it can be. Mentally, I'm really just, the messages of encouragement are just really great, so thank you very much for that. Okay, let's get started on our first DIY. Let's get started. I am off to the fabric store now. I'm still not completely comfortable with filming in public. Just not. So I don't know if I'm going to show you what I get, but I'm going to go get wool from the fabric store for this DIY, for one of the DIYs. And then I need to go to the thrift shop to go and get other stuff for the other DIY. I'm literally all over the place today. I'm so anxious, guys. Anyways, a moment of mental realness for you. Been to the charity shop now, and I've been to the fabric store. Got this really nice wool. It's really cute. It was 28 rand, more than I've ever spent on wool ever. Let's go to Pick and Pay. Guys, I got the deal of a lifetime at the charity store. Deal of a lifetime. I can't even deal. But anyways, let's go to the Pick and Pay. Okay, lovelies, I'm back from the thrift shop. Let's just wait for this car to go past. It's so loud. I am back from the thrift shop, the fabric store, and Pick and Pay. I just wanted to first show you my thrift shop haul. I got such a bargain at the thrift shop. Everything that I'm about to show you, I got for 35 rand. 35 rand. It's insane. Okay. You're not ready. I'm going to show you what I got from the thrift shop. It's all kind of ceramics and glassware, and it's really pretty and stuff, but I'm looking forward to upcycling this for my room. But I'll show you what I got for 35 rand. Just look at these. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, I didn't get this from the thrift shop. This is from my house. But all of this glassware, ceramics, whatever you want to call it, that, and then this mirror. All of that for 35 rand. Okay, let's get started on the first DIY. Today we are going to be starting off with this little mirror. I'm wanting to create it into something a little bit more boho vibes, a little bit more natural, using more natural materials and not having it be on this plastic doohickey that it's on. I went on Pinterest and found a couple of ideas as to what I was wanting to do. Here's some over here and over here. These are the ideas that I had in mind, but I thought that I would also kind of wing it and not have too much of a plan and just kind of see where the creativity takes me. Okay, so you're gonna need the small mini mirror, hot glue or super glue, pair of scissors, circle thingy, protractor thing, I don't know what it's called, some twine, rope, rattan, or cane, some dowel sticks, as well as gardening shears to cut through the dowel sticks. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is use the gardening shears to remove the mirror from the plastic. This mirror is from Pep. It was 18 rand, and you know what? You don't need the plastic. Measure out 4 points, north, south, east, west, on the back of the mirror. Draw your lines using the marker ruler, and then get ready to cut the dowel sticks. So for the next step, you are going to measure and cut the dowel sticks. I measured 34 pieces at 15 centimeters and 33 pieces at 10 centimeters. Although you can make it an equal number, it really doesn't matter. You're going to start with gluing the long pieces first before you glue the shorter pieces, but they should be 34 and 33 or 34 and 34 if you're into asymmetrics. Okay. Start by gluing the north, south, east, west points. This is just so that, you know, there's some symmetry to the design, and then after that, once you've figured out those 4 points, you'll start adding the rest of the pieces across. It's like making a pizza, you know, or cutting a pizza. It's the exact same vibe. You're going to put your dowel sticks at the points of the pizza triangles. I don't know how to explain maths. But I wanted to show you what the mirror looks like right now. This is kind of, and I mean, it looks cute like this. I could have just left it like this, but I definitely want to add more detailing.
Okay, I think this next part is pretty self-explanatory, but once you're done gluing down the 34 15 centimeter pieces, you're now going to go in between those and glue down your 10 centimeter pieces. This is not that hard, it's really easy, but I think the important thing to remember is to try and get the spacing right. I didn't measure the spacing out between all the dowel sticks, but I think it's about a centimeter or half a centimeter, but you'll figure it out as you go. Okay, so for the final step, you're going to cut a little piece of the twine to make like a little hook thing. Or if you want to, you can add one of those sticky disposable hooks that you get from the shops. But I'm just going to make one out of the twine and I'm going to glue it to the back. Then you're going to move on to doing the twine around the mirror. I first started by gluing it onto one stick and making just a circle around the mirror. So just lining the mirror with the twine and then doing a bobbing weaving pattern as shown here. It's pretty easy. I think the only thing I did wrong here was I did two sticks in one loop, but try and just go in, out, in, out, in, out.
Okay, so let's move on to our second DIY for the big bedroom refresh. This one is also just, I love it so much. I love how these come out, and it's just gonna be so cute in the room. Okay, so the second DIY that we're gonna be doing is the words. So the second DIY we're gonna be doing for the big bedroom refresh is a trash to terracotta DIY on all of those vases and glassware that I got from the hospice shop. Now this trend was started by Genevieve. I feel like I'm saying her name wrong. Genevieve, or Jen as she's called, from the collective Jen. She created this method of taking glassware, almost really shiny ceramics, and making them look and feel like, almost like they came fresh out of the oven, clay that came out fresh out of the oven. It has that like nice, beautiful, almost rough texture, and they just look, it looks like a really expensive product, but literally the things you need to make this DIY are so simple. They everyday household items, and I promise you the outcome is just so awesome. And I'm going to show you how to go from trash to terracotta. So here are the things that you are going to need.
Okay, so here's what you're going to need. First off, paintbrushes, baking powder, water in a jar, acrylic paints, glassware, and ceramics. That's all. Okay, so the first step is to prime the vases, and all priming is just painting whatever it is beforehand in a neutral color. I'm using this kind of lightish blue color. It's wall paint. It was the paint that I had on hand, and it's literally just to help the next coat of paint with the baking powder to adhere to the ceramic. So just go ahead and paint all of the vases with your primer, and then we'll do the next step.
All of the vases are painted now. This is what they look like. So this is kind of what they look like at the moment. Not too shabby, hey Nash. Not too shabby at all. Very beautiful, very cute. But I realize, this is not my color. This is just not the color I want to go with.
Once you're done with your prime layer, you are going to now mix paints and the baking powder to make the English, the terracotta layer. You need to mix the colors that you want. So I'm mixing this terracotta brown color with yellow and white to make it a little bit lighter, and then I'm adding my baking powder. You need to see a little bit of fizz. So when the baking powder and the acrylic paint go together, they have like a reaction and they become like a little bit fizzy, and then the paint really thickens. I sometimes add a little bit of water just to make it a better consistency, but it's really up to you how thick you want it.
There we go. Much better views. You can almost see like how thick it is. It's really nice. This one is a bit better in terms of thickness. Even this one is nice. Okay, I'll show you. Okay, breath. I'll show you them all when they dry and they are styled. Yes, baby. Another day, another Doug. If you know where that's from, let me know in the comments below. Okay, so we're on to our next project, and this one is kind of really simple. It's really easy to do, but it's gonna add to the bedroom warmth situation. Guys, my whole house right now is a mess because of the being a creative situation. So I have had this blanket. Beautiful, right? Beautiful, like off-white color. It's like a little bit, it's not cream, but it's like nearly cream. It's really beautiful. I got it for super cheap at the fabric store because it was the remnant of the roll. I don't know what the words are. But I got it for super cheap because this is actually, this kind of material, this blanket material, can usually go for 150 Rand per meter. And I think I got this entire thing. I don't know, I've never measured it, but I think it's about 2 by 2 or 2 by 1. I got it for 80 Rand. Yeah, that's pretty cheap. It's very cheap. I was very lucky. Anyways, but I've just been feeling lately like it's a little bit too bland. And especially since I want to kind of move to warmer tones in my room, I thought that I would do a simple DIY on this blanket that will help it to kind of come together with the new theme of my room, and also to kind of just give it a little bit of oomph. So I'm going to show you what you're going to need to do that, and then we will get started on making this blanket, on upcycling, upgrading this blanket. Here's what you're going to need.
Okay, real quick, here's some things you're going to need. A pair of scissors. I have these really tiny ones. They're so cute. Some wool in different colors. A needle with a big eye so that the wool can go through it. And a book to wrap the wool around to make your pom-pom. Okay, so the first step is going to be rolling the wool around your book or whatever object you want in order to make the pom-pom. I rolled the entire ball of wool, and a ball of wool is about 7 to 8 Rand. I just rolled the entire thing until it was empty, and then I'll show you the next step.
So once you are done wrapping the wool around whatever item you're going to use, you're just going to take your needle and thread the wool through it. Then you're going to go like this so that you can tie, I don't know if you can see this, but so that you can tie the little thing around your pom-pom. Make it real tight, and then you can take it off the book. The next step is going to be, let me just move all of that out of the way, tying the next section of your pom-pom to make that little like head thing. There we go. Does everybody see? Make it as tight as possible. Okay, then you're gonna fluff it down like that. So I'm using my big scissors for this section just because it's easier. And then you're just gonna go through and cut away. And now you have le pom-pom. Nice, fluffy, very big.
Right, and for the last step, you are going to do a blanket stitch with the wool. I'm using this caramel color and the brown color. I'm first going to do a short blanket stitch, so it's just like, you know, short stitches across, and then I'm going to do much longer stitches in between, but still using that blanket stitch style. Then I'm also going to sew on the pom-poms onto each corner of the blankets. This is really important because it gives it that boho feel, and also you get to use your pom-poms. You just sew them through on the edges of your blankets on the four corners, and I use wool, but I would recommend using white cotton thread.
Okay friends, so for our final DIY, we are going to be upcycling this vegetable rack. situation. I've had it in my family for quite a few years. I took the new vegetable rack and made it a part of my craft room, but now I think I should give the new one back and just use this old one instead to put all of my things on, because let's be honest, once you are a crafter, all of your stuff just really becomes a part of everything. It just goes everywhere, literally everywhere. So I'm gonna take this disgusting, I'll try to wash it down, but obviously not that great a job. Take this disgusting old school vegetable rack and turn it into a crafter's organizing stand situation. I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for, but basically all I want to do is paint it, spray paint it, and then put all of my craft supplies on it so that it can be neat and organizer. I guess an organizer, a crafter's organizing rack. I don't know the words, but anyways, first things first, we need to prime this baby. I am just painting it with some paint that we had. It's like a sagey green color, almost white color. I'm painting that before I spray paint it. I was going to initially try and get it to be the warm tones that I'm doing in my room, but since it's not going to be in my room and it's going to be in the dining room, aka my office, I decided to spray paint it black with gold detailing. Kind of excited to see how this comes out, but first things first, let's paint. So we have just finished painting the vegetable rack. It's like this beautiful turquoisey blue color. I kind of want to keep that color, but it's really, let's paint on my lower lip. I look like a crazy person. Okay, so we have finished painting the vegetable rack this beautiful kind of minty blue color. I almost want to keep it that color, but it really is not my vibe. It's not my office vibe. And I think if I wanted to in the future, I could paint it back to that color. But for now, I'm gonna be spray painting it. So I'm gonna be spray painting it black and gold. I think I'm just gonna use the gold as an accent color and then have the whole thing be black as the main color of this organizer, I'm gonna call it. Okay, so the vegetable rack is dry now, the black is dry. I am going to spray paint the gold. I've been trying to figure out what I want to do with the gold, but I think I've figured out a plan. It's not going to be like heavy black and gold accents, it's just going to be like a very slight accent. I hope it looks really cute. It is cold right now, so that's why I'm wearing this jersey. But let's get started on putting on the gold and let's see how it looks. Okay. It is all beautifully painted. I can see I need to do a touch up over here, but it looks pretty good. This, as you can see, the darker spots in the honeycomb are all from the paint. We can take off the masking tape. I did see a problem yesterday in that it does pick up some of the paint. So, honestly, is there anything more satisfying? We'll go ahead, take off all the masking tape. It looks pretty good. Okay friends, so we just got done. I don't know. I'm gonna say we because it's just you and me. But we just got done doing the projects, or I just got done doing the projects, and here is the end result. Get ready. I'm so excited. I think they came out so well. But yeah, you tell me what you think. Here is the final result. Okay, we are done for today. The projects are done. I think that they came out really well. I don't know how you might feel about them. Let me know in the comments below. But I honestly feel like they came out so great. If I had to choose a favorite, it might be the mirror, even though it gave me the most amount of trouble. Or I think it would be how the vases and the jars came out. I feel like they were exactly what I wanted. They had that terracotta vibe, that had that like almost like that fresh out of the oven situation that I really like. They just look like pottery, and I really loved that they came out that way. But I don't know which is my favorite project. I cannot wait to add these to my bedroom and to add the organized shelf, black and gold organized shelf, into my workspace. I think that these DIYs were easily attainable, they're easily done, and I really did have a lot of fun doing them, even though it is back-breaking work, won't lie. If you would like to see more DIYs from me, please let me know in the comments below. And what DIYs would you like me to try? Maybe there's something that you've seen from Mr. Price Home, or from any of the websites, Anthropology, or what other Woolworths, any other decorating companies, or any other places where you've seen a DIY that you're like, I want to try this. This seems something that somebody can do, and let me be that somebody for you. Let me try the DIY for you. I really had so much fun doing these. I think they're gonna look beautiful in my big beautiful bedroom refresh, and I cannot wait to show you the final results of what the room will look like. If you've enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe. Please share with your friends. Like this video. It really helps me to gain traction, and also it helps more people to see the videos that I am doing, you know, because we are all about that, creating the work we want to be hired for. Anyways, I hope you have a really great weekend. I will see you in the next one. Remember that no one is you, and that is your power. And don't forget to create, just to de-stress, to relax, and to help you with your mental health. Creating is good for that. I will see you in the next video. Have a nice weekend. Bye.